Welcome back. I'm Shaq. We got us another video. Hey, this lady and this Caucasian man sitting next to each other. Unbelievable. Things that this lady was saying blew my mind for how this man whose skin resembles milk.
You can say that again. I
felt like he didn't put it together with his own life with her. But it doesn't really matter. He chose her. So, you know, if you picked her, you picked her. But they had discussion about equality when it comes to relationships. And that lady says something that I don't even think a child would say. But hold up, you just hit this video, need you to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. And in the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Just let me know that it's real. But let's waste no more time. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.
I watched this show on Instagram. This lady, Kendra G, right? And every woman that come on her episode, she has a dating show where women come and talk about what they want, right? Every single woman. Now, are you saying that it's every single woman is coming on there talking about they want a dude making over 6 figures? Every single woman.
Liar.
What's the percentage of men?
It's not every single woman, but you know, we're not gonna lie on Kendra's name. Her show has a lot of negatives already. Let's not make up negatives, sir.
And that make over 6 figures? I feel like you know those numbers.
1%.
It's like
40?
No,
like
1%.
20%.
Like 10% at the most.
Oh, okay.
Like 10% of men
It's
make
low.
over 6 figures, right?
Yeah.
And to your point earlier, that is the majority of people, unless only the people calling her shows are not the regular person every day.
17%, you're right. 20%, 17%.
Well, are these women making over that? Are these women like, do they have
claim
their
they
careers?
are. They claim every woman that comes on her show says they're making over 6 figures and they want a man to match their income.
Well, I mean, if it is true that they're
A lot of people say it though.
There's a lot of them saying that.
making that, do you think that's fair for them to ask for?
No.
You don't think it's fair for women to ask for a man that's making what they make?
Is it fair for a man to ask a woman to make what she make? Is it fair for?
I feel like
is
it's
it
different.
fair for a man to say, "Oh, I'm making $500,000 a year. I need a woman to make $500,000 a year"?
I think it's different. I think that the expectation of men socially is to assume
women only want equality when it benefits them.
Oh my God, that's just not true.
It is true.
You just
How is
said
that true?
I don't, because a man don't care about how much a woman makes.
Historically, men have a head start. So a man,
Here we go again.
Here we go
wanting
with
me,
the patriarchy.
that's true. Men have a financial head start over women. So the idea of a man being like, if I make $500,000, I expect you to make $500,000 is absolutely unhinged. That doesn't make sense. And then also those same men that make $500,000 are not going to want typically a woman that makes $500,000 because she's going to be just as busy as him. And when is he going to get his he time?
Right.
When's he going to get his he time? So like that just.
What? First thing, he time out of any man's lips, gay. Second thing, men had an advantage. Like they had a head start. I know you ain't talking about black men. Women was able to own stuff in the 1840s. Black people still slaves in the 1860s. So let's get one thing straight. You're talking about Steve, your husband. Because if you use men all together, don't know what you're talking about. And you're black. So black women, black men, we're equal. We came out the gate at the same time. So don't forget you're black.
Wouldn't happen. I just don't see that happening where a man is like, oh, you have to make half of what I make.
But why a woman making $100,000? Why does a man have to make what she makes?
Okay, this
Why?
is kind of.
I mean, like,
I don't think $100,000 is that much money.
Grabbing the world. These niggas, yeah, Drake. Drake.
I don't think $100,000 is that much money to ask your man to make if you're making that much money.
Why?
What? Only 10% make it. That's almost like, remember I said almost like saying, I don't think it's that hard for a person to make it to the NFL since I made it to the NFL. That's wild to say that out loud.
Why not?
Because if he's making
It's a
80,
lot.
then that's fine. $100,000 is a lot of money.
a lot
But
of
like
money.
when you
The
think
median-
about what
the
your
median-
expenses are,
90% of the country makes $32,000 a year.
that's true. I didn't say.
So you're looking for the top 10%.
Nailed it.
The top
If
10,
you're in the top 10%, you should be looking for the top 10%. How's that not fair?
because the top 10% of men have all the options. Why would he pick you making $100,000 when he could pick anybody?
True.
She
Well,
also
then I guess
has
that's
options.
the choice. I
She
guess
don't
that's-
have options.
I
How
think
does
it
she
comes
not have
down
options?
Because men don't care about their money. If she's beautiful, she has options, yes. If she's beautiful, she has options, yes.
People
If she's-
with money have options.
No.
He just said it. Men don't care about women having money. Don't skip past that. And then the other thing you can't skip past is that women with that much money want men with that much money or more. So they don't got that many options because they erase the rest of them. They only got the 10% who don't care about your money.
Yes,
Not when it comes to dating.
I think that they do.
That's too damn bad.
As far as a woman dating,
I think he's saying that men have more options when they're making that amount than women who are making that amount who want to find a guy who's making the same amount.
right?
But it's like,
Because the
But
woman
that-
is
that
looking.
comes
The
down to
woman
their
is looking
choice,
for
too.
the woman is looking for the top 10% of men. The man is looking at the 100% of women. The woman making $100,000, she's only focused on the men making $100,000 and up, the top 10%.
But why should she not be?
Because she's limited.
Also,
She's limiting her options at that point.
As she should if she's... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's we're kind of throwing that blanket statement on all women that make that amount. You know what I mean? That's not the case. Like there's a lot of women I feel that are making that amount who are probably dating somebody who is probably making under them.
And the divorce rate is skyrocketed. So that meant nothing. Now you're gonna have to defeat the divorce rate argument, Mr. Caucasian man.
But also, like, if you are a guy that's dating somebody who's making that, I feel like you have to really kind of step up in a lot of different ways. Like, you got to make sure, you just have to make sure that you're like trying your best to provide as much as you can to that person.
Now, my bad.
Divorced, still.
Because there is a dynamic there. Like you say it, like there's a different dynamic between you and your girl. You know what I mean? Like there is that kind of going back to the patriarchy thing. There is like a systemic thing there of like the man takes care of the woman and like the woman stays home and cleans.
Yeah, but y'all fought for this. Y'all fought for equality. Y'all fought to go in the workplace and to make as much money as possible. So now, when women are the most graduated and becoming CEOs more often, you're gonna have to start dating down, as y'all would say.
So, do you want that to happen? You want like men and women to basically switch roles?
No, I want women to stop being delusional.
What it feels like to me is that you want to humble women. That's what it sounds like.
No.
So out of that information he gave you, that's what you got. You want to humble women. And let's not act like what she didn't just say is you want to shame women. That's what she meant. But she used the word humble. I apologize, y'all. I assumed a little bit. But that assumption, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm willing to stick with that assumption. He gave you the information. Unless y'all gonna come back with the information, you gotta accept it. Steve and Sister Girl, they're together, so I don't think they care about facts.
That you want to humble them. No. It does sound like that.
I want women to stop being delusional and thinking, oh, because I make six figures, I deserve somebody that makes six figures.
I'm sorry,
men
but
don't walk around and say, oh, I make six figures, so I
because it's
deserve.
not the same dynamic. I just explained that. Just because if a man makes six figures, he can choose to date a woman that makes six figures. It's also his choice to date a woman that makes less than six figures. It is a woman's choice to do the same.
That's like a dude making $32,000 a year saying, I deserve to be with a supermodel. You don't deserve nothing. You don't deserve to be with no supermodel. Just like the woman making six figures don't deserve to be with a man making six figures.
I just feel like if I make pretty good money. Okay. So say that I make $120,000 a year, $100,000 a year,
Okay.
right? I don't think I could date a guy that made $50,000 a year.
There is an epidemic of gold digging in this country.
Because I have an expectation. Basically, if I make $100,000 a year and my man is making less than me, I would feel disrespected if that same man expected me to be submissive to him in all of the ways that are
That's-
No,
traditional.
he can't. He can't
Alright.
expect that from you.
Yeah.
So
That's
then,
what-
so then,
That makes sense. You can't do that. You can't do that. Unless he tell you to quit your job and he like, baby, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna make it do what it do. Put in your 2-week notice and make me some grits.
Yes, sir, big day.
But you still got the choice to say no. That argument's gone.
okay, I'm not saying that he doesn't have a purpose or that he doesn't have any utility, but how is he going to make up that difference of what I'm making being a provider as a woman versus what he's doing as a man?
Because he still could take care of you. Maybe not financially, but he could still protect you. He could still make sure the house is. He could be the house husband.
I think that
I don't believe in house husbands. I'm just telling y'all right now. I don't believe in a man being a house husband. That's just me though. Y'all can do what you want. I don't agree with it.
He could be the house husband.
But I also think that there is like resentments could easily start to build in that situation because
I
like
couldn't handle a house husband.
because if like the woman has like a very specific like lifestyle, like she's like, I got money to go on trips, I got money to do all this stuff, and you can't like keep up with that, and you're like, I don't have money to go on these trips. I don't have.
Why
money
can't she
to do
pay
these
for his
things.
trips?
Boom.
I think it gets a
It's
little
just
sticky.
dodgy. It just gets
Why-
dodgy.
why-
It gets a wee bit dodgy.
Yeah.
No, it
It gets a
don't.
wee bit
But
dodgy.
why? Y'all wanted this position. Y'all wanted to be alphas. Y'all wanted to be the head of the food chain. Y'all wanted to make $100,000
Well,
a year.
no, but they
Y'all
want
to be
they want
CEOs.
somebody who's matching that energy.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like
It's not
But
an
somebody
alpha.
that's matching that energy don't want you. He
True.
wants the woman that's going to be
That's not true
submissive.
too. That's you throwing another blanket statement on
No,
the guys that do make that.
I know these guys personally.
Ooh.
I know these guys that make a lot of money.
See, you see what Steve is doing? That's Steve right there. You can't trust Steve. This Steve is speaking the way she speaks. You can't throw a blanket statement. Yeah, I can generalize. I can easily generalize. I don't have to try to make sure I point out every individual in a discussion. That's insanity.
They don't want a woman making a lot of money because when they say we got to get up and go, they want to get up and go. They don't want the chick making $100,000 that got to go to the office. They don't want the chick that is the CEO of whatever business, because when they want to get up and go, they want to get up and go.
There's a lot of people, just like very successful people who are married to other very like actors or like people, a lot of people in the film business, you know, like there's a lot of directors who marry producers because like you typically meet.
You're speaking about Hollywood. All those people get divorces. Famous people? How many divorces do people see in famous couples? Like, Jesus Christ. You're just trying to make an argument. He's just trying to make an argument. Famous people get with famous people. Like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Who's the dude who slammed the door real hard on that lady? Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck? Like him? Go on these actors and actresses' Wikipedia and see how many times they have new spouses. It's amazing.
Meet and marry the people that you work with.
Yep.
So it's like, you know, you're going to be married to these people who are, if you're successful and you're around all these successful women, you're going to marry probably one of those successful women. You know what I mean?
Because
like,
where do you think that they're meeting these
get a divorce.
extremely less successful women as it pertains to their level of success?
Starbucks, Target.
Oh my God. So
Walmart.
you're talking about the same
Starbucks
hoes
girls.
type. I'm
The
not saying that they're
Starbucks
hoes,
girls.
but you're talking about
What did you say?
the men who are like out there looking for somebody to save.
No,
And that's a
because
totally different
a man
dynamic.
could go.
She just said women that work at Target, Starbucks, and them. She just said she called them hoes. Y'all heard it. Hey, oh man, when women get money, you see what they do. And yes, I'm making the general statement.
Go to Starbucks and see a beautiful woman and fall in love with her. A woman making $100,000 a year or $200,000 a year is not going to go to Starbucks and look at the Starbucks worker. He might be a good dude. He might be genuine. He might love the shit out of you. He might worship the ground you walk on. But a woman is not going to look at the dude pushing the broom at Starbucks and be like, oh, I like him.
Because
But also-
the dynamic of love for women is different. I think that men have this idea, especially when they're like really good guys, I love you and that love is enough. Women know that love is not enough. Love is just not enough. You have to have money in order to be able to sustain our lifestyle. That's a part of how women feel safe.
A
You
lot
can't
of
just be
people
buff.
want to
I hope everybody heard what she just said. Madam, you just said that women can only love men who have a certain amount of money to sustain a lifestyle. It's not about feelings or emotions. You just said it's all about this. So I guess the argument when they say that men love women more than women love men, if I brought you out, you're going to have to say that's true. Feminism is like Mountain Dew. They taste it, they think it's sweet, but then they lose their teeth. And now the doctor telling them that they got like 3 kidney stones.
Live above their means. They want to live that lifestyle. They want to travel the world. They want the, like you said earlier, women don't want that. Women do want that. Women do want the nice luxury bags.
I didn't say they don't want that.
Right. But you said earlier, most women don't want that. Most women do want that. Most women want that lifestyle. Most women want to be a stay-at-home wife and then complain about being a stay-at-home wife.
I don't know, because that's the thing. That's why there's more like successful women nowadays, is because more of them are not really drifting towards that. You know, they're not really like going towards that lifestyle, towards the stay-at-home lifestyle. They're going towards like careers and things like that.
And they become 40, single, lonely, no kids.
But that's how these guys that you're talking about are going to end up, like these guys who are making this like crazy amount of money and they're going for these beautiful like Instagram models. They're going to end up lonely too, because they're not.
They got the pick of the litter. They're not going.
Yeah, if they can't get them, they're gonna just get somebody underneath them.
They might not be married. They might not be married.
Who do you think they would choose to marry? Is like a successful businesswoman, or like some girl who just like is some ditzy like Instagram model?
Some girl that's some ditzy.
He hang out with Destiny. That's what I just heard. Big screen. We see Steve. Steve hangs out with Destiny. That's what that is. Why would you not get like a businesswoman? Don't you want a lady who got the bag? No, you gonna go talk to this lady who works at Subway? Yeah. Why wouldn't I? You know, why won't people just confront them when they say it? Hey, yo, what do you have against women who work 9 to 5 jobs?
And
Whenever like male or feminists talk and they start saying these things, do nobody else realize that they're shaming lower class citizens? That's what they keep doing.
A damn liar, man. That's not true.
You don't think you're equal to that lady? You think you're better than everybody. That's what you start hearing when you hear them talk. Y'all call certain men misogynists or saying they're bigots. But then when you talk to them and you start bringing up the women who don't make that much money, they become bigots. She called them HOs with the E.
Hey, stripper, man.
She called them that. She tried to take it back, but she called them that. And then he pulled the Destiny and said, why would you choose a lady who works at Starbucks or just pretty on Instagram over a businesswoman?
I want to suck your blood.
Suck my what?
Do you really think I care if the lady I talk to is the CEO of Starbucks? If I'm a millionaire, I do not care about that. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I ain't got no money, I would care a little bit about that because hopefully she can take care of my life. But then I'll feel less of a man and I'll probably have to hide my emotions with vodka. If that was the case. That's just me. We just seen how crazy she is and how crazy Steve, aka Destiny 2.0 is. I trusted you, Steve, and you made me look like a fool. You made me look like a fool.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, man.